Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about how to follow up on Property Boost leads. First, we'll talk about calling and texting these leads. Second, we'll talk about setting up automatic hashtag alerts so that property alerts come to the lead automatically based on the hashtag coming in, so they get properties similar to the ones that they were searching for on Facebook before they became a Property Boost lead. We'll talk about setting up a smart campaign for your Property Boost leads if you want to. And then last thing we'll talk about is sending one-off blast, mass text, mass emails with updates about the listing or other listings. Now, before we continue, and this will inform the way that you call or follow up, just remember that these Property Boost leads, they are homeowners and renters. Everybody's either a homeowner or renter who thought a property looked interesting on Facebook. They were sort of interrupted. They weren't actively out there searching for real estate. So the temperature of these leads is not going to be super high a lot of the time. But if you take a low pressure approach, you see a lot of people shoot themselves in the foot by being too aggressive with these leads up front. But if you take a low pressure approach to follow up and you provide value, meaning you provide interesting real estate related info for the coming days, weeks, months, it can even take years before somebody is ready to buy or sell a house, a good percentage will eventually work with you. And the numbers on all this work out really well. If you take the average Property Boost lead, is probably coming in somewhere between $5 and $10. If you do the math, this is usually, and you get a 1 or 2% conversion rate over the course of a year or two, this is going to work out well given the average transaction side in real estate. So let's dive in and talk about first calling and texting these leads. So here I have a new Facebook shopper is what I call this test lead here. You're going to see the phone number right there. And what you can do, of course, you probably know how to do this in KV Core already, is you can either send a text or do a new call. You click new call, it'll call your number and connect you with the lead. Now, don't get discouraged if a lot of times people don't pick up the phone. This is 2019 going into 2020 as I record this, and a lot of people prefer to text or call. So you could do this either way. And the basic script you can use is, hey, I saw you were looking at 123 Main Street online, just making sure you got the information okay. Another script to use might be, hey, saw you were looking at 123 Main Street online. Just curious, are you a homeowner or a renter? The wrong thing to do, and what a lot of people do, is they say, hey, I saw you were looking, well, this could be the right thing. I saw you were looking at 123 Main Street online. Are you ready to buy it? Right? Or what are you looking for? What kind of property are you ready to buy? Truth is, they might not be actively searching when they come in. So this is about getting contact info of somebody who lives in your market. They're either a homeowner or a renter, and they might buy or sell with you someday. Now, one funny script you could use, and I've used this before, it's an icebreaker, and you got to kind of have a certain personality to pull it off, is just say, hey, I saw you were looking at 123 Main Street online. Just curious, do you want to buy it? Right? Or are you ready to make an offer? You kind of have a little fun with it, and then shut up and let them talk and laugh and go, no, I was just looking online. And you can say, yes, I know, just kidding around, right? And have a little fun with it. But basically, the bottom line is they are not probably looking to buy that specific property. They might not even be in the market to buy or sell at the time you get the Property Boost lead. So when you call or when you text, make it about following up on the action that they did. Hey, I saw you were looking at this property. Were you able to get the information okay? Did you have any questions about the property? Were you able to see all the pictures, the price? Would you like to see a virtual tour? Whatever it is to further the conversation about that property, and then let them tell you their situation so that they can follow up with you. They can let you know what their motivations are. Okay, next what we'll talk about is probably the most powerful set it and forget it thing you can do on these leads, just to make sure that on some level they will eventually interact with you and they'll see your name attached to real estate. And that is the setting up of automatic hashtag alerts, property alerts based on the hashtag coming in. I think a lot of people forget to do this, and this is where they reduce the ROI that they're getting on a lead generation program like Property Boost. So along those lines, if you go into a contact record of somebody coming in for Property Boost, what you're going to see is that the hashtags, two hashtags are going to come in. One is going to be Property Boost, and the other one is going to be PB123 Main. Now, if you're doing a lot of Property Boosts, maybe you want to just set up one hashtag alert and you're doing them all in the same market, and you just set up a general alert for your market that just sends all listings. That would be the shortcut. If you want to get granular on a listing by listing basis, you're going to want to wait for the first lead to come in to see how the hashtag came in. It's usually going to be PB and then the street address of some sort, but don't assume that. Wait for the first lead to come in and then do the following. So I know that this is PB123 Main. I'm going to copy that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go to Marketing Autopilot. Then you're going to go to Search Alerts. And then right here, you see the section Auto Assigned Search Alerts? We'll click Create Alert, and we'll search for that hashtag. There we go, pops right up. And now what you can do is you can set it up so that similar properties to whatever that is go out to that person on a regular basis. Now, you can set it up daily. And this is where a lot of people, I just said that these aren't motivated people who are ready to buy or sell right away necessarily, but almost everybody's interested in what other houses, if they clicked on that one listing in that area, that is a signal that they're interested in real estate on some level. They just want to see what prices are. They like looking at pictures. So sending a daily update is not out of line. And if somebody unsubscribes or they tell you they want it less frequent, you can always adjust for them. But just keep in mind, I would do it daily and just set up a range similar to where they are. Now, if you didn't want to have to do this for every property boost you're doing, there are a lot of agents using property boost as their core sort of lead generation front end, top of funnel thing. And you just want to do it for all property boosts, just pick property boost as your hashtag, and then just set a wide range in your market. So if you know the average property in your market, you pick the whole county maybe, and you just do every listing in the market. That is okay to do. This is less about being very specific on the alerts than it is about getting some real estate related info in front of people so that they can reply and say, hey, I have a question about that property, or hey, can you refine these results? I'm not interested in something in this price range. Then you have a live body. So that's how to set up automated alerts. It's under auto marketing autopilot, auto assigned search alerts, and definitely either do this for all property boosts en masse, or every time you do a new property boost, set it up for that hashtag. And if you do just that and you follow up in a cool, nice way, you're going to get really nice ROI on property boosts. Now, next thing you can do, if you want, is you can set up a smart campaign. Now, this is getting a little more technical here, smart campaigns, and it's a little extra work, but if you just want to send a 1 or 2 email or text sequence about that property, it's fairly simple to set up. Let me show you. What we'll do is we'll jump into marketing autopilot again. We'll go to smart campaigns, and we'll add a campaign. And what we'll end up doing is we'll do lead is new, actually move to hashtag, and then we'll choose the hashtag for that listing, right? So it was 123 Main Street, PB 123 Main. Next, we'll call that a buyer. 123 Main Street, follow up. This is if we're getting really granular on a listing by listing. Always run, this is all fine. I think we need a description. Can't remember. Hit next. Add campaign. And now that my campaign is added, I can do templates for that campaign. So maybe I just want to set up an initial text. Remember, a lot of property boost leads are going to come in with a valid cell number that Facebook has on file. So we'll just do 123 main initial text. And it'll just be, hi, thanks for checking out 123 Main Street on my website. Were you able to get the info? Okay, right? Simple yes, no answer. And if you want, you do Ryan, Active Florida Realty. You can do a little signature there so they know who you are, or keep it anonymous, up to you. Add template. And then, of course, I'll just go back to my campaign and attach that template to the campaign. So that was 123 Main. Here it is. It pops up. Go over here. Add action. Oops, not task. SMS. First follow-up. And then my template is what I'll choose here. 123 Main initial text. You can kind of see view it right there. From agent to contact, run immediately. Hit add. And now, as soon as that lead comes in and they have that hashtag, this smart campaign will be triggered. And that initial text will go out. And if you want to do another follow-up or two, you can. But that's how you would set up an initial text specific to that property. And you'll see here, just make sure that you toggle the campaign active either from this screen or the main marketing autopilot screen. So that's how to set up a quick smart campaign for the individual listing. And then finally, if you want to enter into beast mode and do what very few people are doing on Property Boost, one of the reasons I'm creating this video is because the thought occurred to me that this should be happening. I don't think a lot of people are doing this, but what you can also do is send one-off blasts with updates about that listing. So naturally, the listing's either going to sell, it's going to go off the market, or the price is going to change. And on each of those occasions, there's an opportunity for you, if you want to go into your database and let those people know who've opted in for it. So let's say 123 Main Street just had a $10,000 price reduction. What I'll do is I'll come into KV Core. I'll do a quick filter up here. I click the filter button. I think you can also search the hashtag right here, PB123. And that'll bring up everything with the hashtag 123main. You can also filter by lead details as well by hashtag right here. But it is a shortcut to just type into the search box the hashtag, and it will bring all those people up. So I've done my filtering. I found my search. I check everybody off. I only have one here because it's a demo, but on most property boosts, you should have between 5, 10, depending on the length of the property boost. You know, if you did a 5-weeker, you might have a nice handful. And then you're going to click here and you simply send a text or an email. So I could send a text. I skip the scam camera crime, say, hi, just FYI, 123 Main Street just had a 10K price reduction to 219K. Excuse me. And that's about it. Let me know if you'd like a look. Right? Now, in some cases, you may have talked to somebody on the phone and they told you to take a hike, or, you know, no, I'm not interested in that at all. You're just going to want to be careful. If you are in the habit of doing this sort of thing, you might want to remove that hashtag so that you know when you send later updates about that property, you remove it from that lead. That's going to be something you might want to handle. But basically, you send a quick little text and people will reply and say, oh, thanks for letting me know. I'm not interested in that property. But at least these little kind of follow-ups, these little occasions when there's an event around the listing, give you a reason to reach out and stay in touch. It shows that you are sort of a detail-oriented agent. You're proactive, right? People like that when they're thinking about who they're going to list with and who they're going to, you know, choose to work with on the buy side. So you're just demonstrating that you're on top of things. You're letting them know there was a price reduction. You're providing a service. You're not telling them to get in your car this weekend. You're just giving them info, and that's it. So you send a follow-up text message and good things will happen there. You can do it when there are price reductions, and you can do it when the property finally sells and let people know the final sale price, and they'll definitely be interested in that information. If they were interested in the listing to begin with, they saw the price, and then they learn how much it eventually sold for. That is interesting information. And what you're going to get is people saying, hey, you told me the price of that one. I'm curious. My neighbor had this house around the corner. You know, how much did that go for? And you start to generate those conversations that lead to closings. So that's it right there. How to follow up on Property Boost leads. Of course, you're going to do a quick call or text. Set up those automatic hashtag alerts. Doesn't take that long to do. Set up smart campaigns if you want. So basically, a smart campaign could replace that initial call and text. You can kind of automate that first one with a smart campaign. And definitely send one-off blasts, mass emails and texts with updates about that listing. And you will be good to go here with Property Boost. Not only are you getting accurate name, email, cell number, you have a consistent follow-up plan right here that you've just been given, that if you just do these basic things for each boost, and you can have an assistant do this, that you'll get nice ROI when you do the math out of the Property Boost product. If you haven't used Property Boost yet, or if you haven't ordered one in a while, head on over to the KV Core Marketplace and click on Property Boost to get started with a Property Boost today.